Welcome back, everyone. We hope that you enjoyed reading that article. So unfortunately, no kangaroos, but we have figured out what the kangaroo generation is. So it's the kind of blanket term for millennials and Gen Zers that are not leaving their family home, that are staying there. So as we mentioned in the beginning, there are many financial difficulties that our generation are facing and the younger generations, because there's a huge disparity between the wealth gap of our parents and what we are earning now and what they were able to achieve and what we are able to achieve in the same time frame. And so the article talks about how many young people these days are not able to afford home ownership or rent. And so this term of the kangaroo generation has been coined from Koreans. So kind of if you imagine the little baby in the mother's pouch, that's where many young people are staying, in the pouch of their parents' house. So eating their food.
They're stuck through that umbilical cord.
Yeah, right. With their umbilical cord still attached financially to their parents. And so I think sometimes maybe it's a good idea to do so, because these young people are able to save a huge chunk of their wages each month and able to kind of have the
financial freedom.
Yeah, the financial freedom, but also being able to save up for their housing deposit in the future. And so because of that, many people are not leaving home. And so there's a statistic that in America, 59% of parents with adult children under the age of 35 have given them financial support in the last year. And I think if you think about that from maybe 50 years ago, that might have been unheard of.
Right. Yeah, that's a really high number.
Yes. So all of this has led to the discussion that the stages of adulthood are changing. So maybe in the past, your big milestones would have been 18 and 21. So at least for the UK and the US, those are the two big ages where your kind of development grows up. You are able to do things. You can join the army, you can drink, you can smoke, you can become a homeowner, those kinds of things. And those traditional milestones are changing now because adults are staying in their parents' houses for longer.
We are still children.
Yeah, right. So it's definitely changing kind of what our generation is doing right now. So maybe this is also a contributing factor to people not having children until later on in life, maybe their career choices too. So it's definitely an interesting discussion, I think. So my first question for you today is, are many of your friends or family members of this kangaroo tribe?
Well, in Korea, because of their culture where they tend to stay with their family until they get married, many of my Korean friends do happen to be part of the kangaroo tribe. Many of my foreigner friends who, because of their career choices to come and teach in Korea, they're not. But in America, no, not really. Not that many that I know of are staying with their parents, or they're very eager to leave, but
yeah, right.
They might be rethinking their choices and going back home, jumping back into their kangaroo pouch.
Sounds comfortable.
Yeah. How about you?
I think many of my friends in the UK kind of had fraught relationships with their parents, maybe. So I think they were desperate to get out of that pouch. So I think, yeah, many, if not all of them, are living alone now. Some of them, unfortunately, paying very, very expensive rent in London just for the privilege of living alone. But in Korea, I think also many of my Korean friends have also managed to move out. They're either renting like a small one room, or they have managed to buy an even smaller one room just to get a foot on the property ladder. So for the most part, I think everyone's living alone.
That's good. Maybe that's good to hear. Maybe they're not saving money, but at least, they're being independent.
Yes, definitely more financially well off than me. So in what ways might prolonged financial dependency on parents affect the mental health of young adults, do you think?
Well, it depends on how the culture or society views it, because if people expect you to become financially independent and then you don't, that could have an effect on you, and you might think, I cannot do it by myself. However, if society, like in Korea, if they encourage you to stay at home, save your money, I don't think there would be many like negative effects to your mental health. But I don't know. I also might think if you don't have money, if you go out and be independent and you don't have money, that affects your mental health. So
Yeah, right.
I'd rather have money and be sad.
I didn't think about that. I think, yeah, definitely lack of financial stability in your life is definitely a source of mental health problems. So maybe being at home is much better. So we hope that you enjoyed today's article. Please take a look at the vocabulary from today and try to incorporate it in your everyday speech. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Fraud.
fraught,
Underscore.
underscore,
Pronounced.
pronounced,
Elusive.
elusive,
Move out.
move out,